Welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure, where we last time saved Bond's cat with the help of Charlie of Red Constellation. When she's not a crazy murder hobo, she's actually a pretty nice girl. And when we decided we go home. Hi, Zed. Oh. Something smells wonderful. I'm pretty sure it's maple syrup. Oh, I thought I heard you guys come in. Yeah, we're taking a quick break. By the way, Kia, you wouldn't happen to be baking muffins right now, would you? I had a feeling you'd be home soon, so... I made you some maple muffins. Ah, considerate little girl, ain't you, kiddo? Ah, that's so sweet. Why don't I brew us some tea to go along with them, then? So that's how it went down. Weird way to run to that girl. I don't think she was up to anything in particular, though. Still no activity from Red Constellation, I'm guessing. Not yet. The first division will contact us if anything changes. I get how you feel, but try to be patient. We hear you. In any case, we have more than just Red Constellation to worry about. Let's keep our eyes peeled for any signs while we're on patrol. Right, it would be terrible if any incidents occurred while the dignitaries were in town. We can also use the car to patrol the outskirts of the state if we have time. Is everyone going out again? Yeah, we have to get back to work. Thanks for the muffins, Kia. They were delicious. None of you has eaten your muffin yet. They're clearly there on the table. And neither have you drunken your tea. And Kia her milk, probably. You've grown to quite a baker. The rest of us are falling behind. Have you been picking up a few pointers from Oscar, perhaps? Yep, sure have. Oh, there's still some leftovers if you want them. I should be fine after tomorrow. Maple muffins, 5 times. Well, aren't you thoughtful? You're going to make your papa cry if you keep this up. I hope you weren't referring to yourself. But if you're still interested, I'm sure we could slot you in for the quirky uncle role. Ha! You think you got what it takes to beat me for Dad of the Year? Let's go! Huh? Neither of you is mature enough to be a father at this rate. They just have to split custody between themselves somehow. Good. Any new requests? Report. Hello, you've reached CPD. This is Fran speaking. Well, allow me to go over your report. Mari gone missing. Those maple muffins should stay fresh for about another day. Just have one for a snack if you get hungry at work, okay? Sure thing, thanks, Kia. They really were delicious. I'm glad we get to have even more later. Really? I'll make them again sometime then. Looks like she's in a better mood now. That's a relief. I gotta finish the laundry up quick. If you guys get hungry at work, just eat lots of muffins. I doubt that Shirley goes up to anything in particular when he went into her. The Red Constellation is actually maybe troubling, but we've got other matters that need our attention. You know the drill. Look after yourself and work at your own pace. Huh? Was that a bird just now? What the? What is that? A white hawk? Actually, it looks like more like a falcon. Who cares? What else is that thing doing in the middle of a city? I get the feeling he's trying to tell us something. It reminds me a bit of when Zeit tries to communicate with us. Man, if only Theodot were here, I bet she'd be able to suss it out. Huh? What's going on? Oh, a white bird! He looks so cool. Look at how sharp his beak is. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. I getcha. Can Kia understand what he's saying? That's amazing. Okay, so this little birdie's name is Zeke. He says he has a message for you, right, Zeke? Does he really? Oh, would you look at that? He has a note tied to his leg. Lloyd removed the note tied to the bird's leg. Dear members of the Crossville Police Department's Special Support Section, my apologies for contacting you in this manner. I've thought much about your various deeds and accomplishments. If you have a time, I would like to request a private consultation with your division. We will be expecting you on the terrace of Crossville Airport this evening. P.S. In the event you are unable to accept, no reply is necessary. Is this what I think it is? An anonymous request to meet in private? It sounds awfully suspicious to me. Maybe, but I don't know many 2-bit facts with handwriting and diction as flowery as this. Kinda hard to miss that white falcon crest on the paper too. What did he say, Kia? He said it's up to you guys if you want to go. Fair enough. What should we do? I might have a guess on who the sender is, but it's a little hard to believe. Yeah, no kidding. That white falcon crest is a bit of a giveaway, especially when a real one came to deliver it. It practically makes you shiver with expectation, doesn't it? Someone went through a lot of trouble to set this up. I say we accept their invitation. But evening's still a ways away, so for now, let's get back to our usual business. If you say so. I'm feeling a little nervous, to be honest. Don't sweat it. I doubt we need to doll ourselves up too much for this. Alright then, regular business first, and then we head to the airport by the south end of town. I don't know what you guys are nervous about, but good luck, you can do it! Wasn't Zeke super cool? He was such a smart birdie too. I hope I get to see him again. There's more to that bird than meets the eye. That note, the white falcon crest. It couldn't be, could it? But we don't really have much to do otherwise. Did dialogue change? Doesn't appear that way. Hold back. apparently I did miss something. I looked at a guide after finishing what comes next. And what I wanted to do next, namely go to the airport and what happened after. And yeah, I did miss something. When we go to St. Ursula after the scene with Kia and Zeke. No dialogue changed here. Except Prince Albert is no longer here. Kia and I had a lot of fun at the unveiling ceremony today. If I really do get my eyesight back, I'd love to see Orcus Tower. So Shizuku's dialogue didn't change either. However, Prince Albert is now here with Dr. Sayland. To my surprise, his lordship and Dr. Sayland have been friends for years now. Something about seeing the doctor so chummy with a world leader is making me anxious. Life is full of surprises. It would seem we have company. Ah, if it isn't the special support section. It's good to see you, lordship. You too, Arios. So this is where you came after your visit with Shizuku? Yes, we were just saying hello to the doctor here. I wanted to take the opportunity to catch up with Sayland now that she's been appointed here. Is that what you call this? And here I thought you were interrupting my work for a real reason. It's not as though you had to schedule this inspection now of all times. If you ask me, it would have been better served focusing completely on the trade conference. Shouldn't a guest of a state be a little more self-aware? Haha, you never were one to pull punches, were you, Sayland? The Grand Prince sure has a lot of connections, doesn't he? You're right, he and Dr. Sayland must go way back from the sound of it. I'm surprised myself. I can't imagine talking like that to the head of a state. Doctor! What is it, Lytton? You're making a fuss. It's an emergency. One of our patients in the lobby just collapsed. He's completely unconscious. Ah, that's not good. Bring him here, please, and quickly. Yes, Your Lordship. Is that our cue to step away, Arias? That would be for the best. You would only get in the way of the examination. I disagree. Please, stay. Until we know the details, we cannot say for sure that we won't need your help. How is he? He ain't looking too good. He's going to be cold if this keeps up. I gave him a thorough checkup, but while this definitely falls under the umbrella of internal medicine, the cause eludes me. If we could just get a proper diagnosis, we could prescribe a suitable treatment. This is a race against time. We may be able to find the answer, but the question is whether we can do it fast enough. His condition is that critical? What should we do? Pardon me, may I interject? Do you have a suggestion, Your Lordship? This has been my gut feeling from the outset, Sayland, but I think these symptoms may be indicative of ribotent poisoning. Interesting, ribotent poisoning. To my knowledge, that's never been a documented case in Crossbus State. Still, you may be right. What's ribotent poisoning? It's the first I've heard of it. It's a rare condition caused by poisonous mushrooms that can only be found in the farthest reaches of a continent. The toxin itself is notoriously difficult to detect through conventional means. However, the symptoms here are a perfect match, are they not? Yes, you're right. The simplest explanation would be that he ingested something transported from abroad. And there's the dog's stamp of approval. I'll be damned, Prince Albert. You nailed that one right on the head. Please, it was nothing. More importantly, now's not the time to relax. Sayland, does the hospital have the necessary drugs to treat ribotent poisoning? No, and I just ran out of the requisite materials. If only we had them, I could easily synthesize a serum. Then we're back to square one. If that's the case, I would like to request the aid of Arias as well as the ladies and gentlemen of the SSS. I ask that you help find the ingredients needed to make that serum. Will you accept? Of course, your lordship. We could never decline a request when an innocent man's life is on the line. There's just one thing. Exactly what ingredients do we need to find? Allow me to explain. The antidote for Riverton poisoning has two key components. One is a medicinal herb known as antegrass. I believe you find it in the Mines Mountains. The other is a fungus referred to as the Alma mushroom. You can likely find it in the nearby wooded areas. Oh, that's right. Come to think of it, I've seen both of them down in the CGF survival training zone. Arias, if you don't mind, I would like for you to head toward the mountains and retrieve our antegrass. I trust you'd be most suited to handle yourself as an A-rank bracer, in the event the search takes you off the beaten path. Understood. As for the Alma mushrooms, I will go search for it myself, and I'd like the SSS to accompany me. Yourself? Are you asking us to be your escorts, your lordship? I am, and with good reason. Alma mushrooms grow in habitats that are home to a host of other fungi, all of which are similar in size and shape. That makes them difficult to identify. You will need a trained eye like mine to help you locate the correct variety. The reasoning is solid. Having an expert come along would save us both time and trouble. Are you sure you're alright with us taking over Arias' role as your bodyguards, though? Yeah, those are some pretty big shoes to fill. I must admit that I'm not entirely comfortable with the idea myself. Nonsense. Our top priority is the health of the patient. If we're to procure an antidote as quickly as possible, this is the only way. You yourself have had nothing but good things to say about the Special Support Section's abilities. Isn't that right? There's no cause for worry, my friend. I'll be certain to act with the utmost caution. And if you're truly so concerned, that's all the more reason to retrieve the antigrass and return as quickly as you can. Fine. Have it your way. I'll be leaving for the Mines Mountains now. Don't let his lordship out of your sight, SSS. You can count on us, Arias. We'll be sure to keep him safe. Then let us be off to the woodlands on Ursula Road, shall we? Salant, Lytton, if you could prepare for the synthesization process while you monitor the patient's conditions. I'm way ahead of you, Al. Best of luck out there, SSS. And so Lloyd and the others formally accepted Prince Albert's urgent request. Parting ways with Arias, they took the Grand Prince's limousine to the woods off of Ursula Road to search for the Alma mushroom. We will proceed on foot from this point on. Remain here and await our return. Yes, your lordship. Please be careful. That goes for all of us. These woods have a ton of monsters creeping and crawling around. You're right. We're going to have to be doubly alert to protect his lordship. Haha, I can tell you're all more than qualified for the job. Now, as I explained earlier, many of the fungi here bear a striking resemblance to the Alma mushroom we wish to find. I will be able to differentiate between them, so don't be afraid to point out any mushrooms you come across. Understood. We trust your judgment on this one, your lordship. Shall we be off then? If I may interrupt, the limousine is also furnished with first aid supplies. Return here if you should ever require treatment, and I'll patch you right up. Got it. Thanks in advance. Let's try our best not to get too banged up on this foraging trip. Now, I wonder. We had a guy standing in front of the airport. He just landed and said he was having stomach pains, and if he should just go to St. Ursula. Was that the guy that collapsed? Prince Albert joined the party as a guest. If he's KO'd in battle, it will be game over.
Stop!
Protect NPCs so they cannot die.
俺の番だな。
私の番ですね。
Neat.
催眠弾発射。
任せろ。
さてとそこ。さあ先を急ぎましょう。
Yeah. Found a mushroom? What about this one, your lordship? No, I'm afraid this isn't an Alma mushroom. Nope. Yeah.
任せて。そこ。
かかってきやがれ。
Late banana.
私の番か。
そこだ。
こんなところかしら。
Right to remain violent. Whatever that was.
そこ。みんなチャンスよ。やや。皆さんお疲れ様でした。
Hey, Grandparents, how about this one here? No, that's not it. What we need to find is an Alma mushroom. Let's search elsewhere. Is this an Alma mushroom, your lordship? Let me see. Unfortunately not. Though remarkably similar, it's a different species. No one said this would be easy, I suppose. Let's look someplace else.
ここは通らせてもらうわ。
任せてと。
はいはあ。これで一安心ですね。
Is this the mushroom you're looking for, your lordship? Oh, sadly no, I can tell as much from its appearance alone. Back to searching then.
そこ。
Look at this one, your lordship. Is it a match? No, I regret to inform that this is not in fact an Alma mushroom. You're killing me. How hard can it be to find one stupid little fungus?
や。
よっしゃ。畳みかけるぞ。任せてやってや。
今全開。皆さんお疲れ様でした。 や。
Found a mushroom. What about this one, your lordship? Aha! Our search is over. I can guarantee without a shadow of a doubt that this is an Alma mushroom. Really? Thank the goddess. We finally found one. Let's hurry and harvest it. Alma mushroom. Perfect. Now that patient can receive the treatment he needs. Monsters. Lots of monsters. Would you look at all these monsters? You must have wandered into that turf. My word! Stay back, your lordship. We can handle this. Here they come.
よし、上げていこうぜ。
私の番ね。
よし。俺の番だな。暗いな。
行きます。催眠弾発射。私のそこ上出来かな。
ナイスファイト。
Oh, we pulled through. Are you alright, your lordship? Yes, I'm still in one piece, thanks to you. That's a relief. Why did so many of them attack us all at once, anyhow? The Alma mushroom and its lookalikes in the vicinity are all known to be part of those monsters' diets. My most educated guess is that they were simply responding to a perceived attack on their feeding grounds. That would explain it. In any case, what's important is that you can help that patient now. Well said. I imagine Arias should soon be finished with his end of the things as well. Let us make our way back to the hospital. Afterwards, Lloyd and the others returned to St. Ursula with Prince Albert. The Alma mushroom, alongside the anti-grass Arias had procured, was then delivered to Dr. Sayland, who proceeded to synthesize the antidote. I brought those mushrooms home with me as a souvenir. They were delicious, but I can't believe they were poisonous the whole time. How could I be so careless? The exquisite flavor is precisely what makes those mushrooms so dangerous. I'd advise you to skip the strange fungi next time you're looking for souvenirs abroad. Though your life is no longer at risk, we need to keep you hospitalized for a while to monitor your progress. I understand. Wouldn't want there to be any nasty after effects, right? Thank you again, doctors. I thought I was a gunner back there. If you want to thank anyone, it should be Arias, the SSS, and Prince Albert. They're the ones who found the ingredients for the medicine that saved your life. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Thank you, everyone. I wouldn't be here if not for you. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd have my life saved by Prince Albert of Reminiferia. It's incredible. Please, you give me too much credit. I merely confirmed the SSS here found the correct mushroom for the antidote. All the recognition should go to them and Arias for their bravery in the field. You're too modest, your lordship. If memory serves, you and Dr. Sayland earned your medical license at the same time. And though your life led to statecraft, I would say your skill and experience in medicine are no less than that of a doctor on the front lines. Wait, you're telling me the Grand Prince went to med school? I almost want to say it would be strange if he didn't, seeing as Remiferia is the continent's leading nation in healthcare. Haha, I'm merely the studious sort is all. I had the privilege of observing a few of Sayland's surgeries when she was still in Remiferia. The knowledge I gained from those days just happened to come in handy. I hardly deserve any acclaim for that. If anything, I was only sticking myself in where I didn't belong, an inconvenience at best. It was a cooperation between the hospital staff, Arias, and the SSS that saved the patient's life. I should be thankful I was here to witness it as part of my inspection. Oh, Al, you need to learn to take a compliment every now and then. Anyhow, speaking of that inspection, don't you think it's time to wrap it up? After all, you have a trade conference tomorrow to prepare for. Am I wrong? That eager to get me out of the door, are you, Sayland? However, you do have a point. I suppose it's time for me to say my goodbyes for now. Arias, may I ask you to escort me back to State Guest House? Yes, of course. We'll be leaving now, SSS. I advise that you don't let your guard down between now and the end of a trade conference. We won't, Arias. Be ready for whatever tomorrow has in store for us. Thanks for all your help today, too. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the best of luck with your duties. Rest assured that you have one more fan in that conference room. Thank you, Lordship. We won't let you down. I brought those mushrooms home with me as a souvenir. They were delicious. Not to mention poison, as it turns out. Can't believe I was so careless. I'm going to have to watch what I eat next time I go on vacation. If it's not sold in a sealed package, I won't even take a bite. The medicine we mixed is starting to take effect, and its condition is stabilizing. We should be fine for the time being. That aside, isn't his lordship's medical knowledge impressive? Truth be told, it makes me want to study up more. It's rare to see a case of ribbiton poisoning in Crossbill as the mushroom it originates from only grows abroad. I was racking my brain for the answer, but Al spotted it right away. He's always been very knowledgeable about these things. I guess I owe him one this time. Still, he is Remiferia's head of state. He should be expected to handle at least this much. Alright. Yeah, nothing yet changed. Okay. And the limousine is gone. Prince Albert's limousine left a minute ago. Man, it was intense though. Thank goodness I managed to squeak out a proper goodbye. Back to the SSS building, and then next episode we actually go to that meeting with whoever it is that awaits us. Until then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.